Guys, this is supposed to be the most important video I will ever make, at least until this time again next year. So sit down, be quiet and listen. In fact, I don't think you understand how important this video is. I don't think you understand how serious and important this video is, right? I'm going to make it more serious, more important, and more fanciness. That's right, it's that serious and important that I'm wearing a suit.
This vlog's a clunker with our LH1994.
So for those of you who don't know, the Project for Awesome is a project designed by Nerdfighters to decrease world suck, and for those of you who don't know, the world suck is a quantized amount of suck in the world, so like famine, drought, any sort of natural disaster increases world suck, any sort of major charity event tends to decrease world suck, and the Project for Awesome is one of the biggest world suck decreases pretty much in any calendar year. So basically, when everyone in Nerdfighters gets together, and some of us make videos supporting certain charities or certain ideas to sort of raise the profile of them, try and get you to donate money, while the others sort of go around and favour and like and comment on all the videos. And it's not about self-publicity, it's literally about getting the charities more attention. And obviously on the old YouTube, the entire front page used to be built solely upon the amount of likes, favourites and comment a video had. So obviously, when it first started out, it was literally designed to sort of trick YouTube system into thinking that all the Project for Awesome videos were the top rated, the top commented, the top favorited of the day. So obviously they got them more popular, and then their charity was all of that. But now, because they've segmented it into different sort of sections, it's obviously not going to be as effective. But YouTube, last year at least, decided to put like a bit down the side for the Project for Awesome, so I'm assuming they're going to again this year. Moving swiftly onwards, I'm sure you're thinking, but Ryan, how can I help decrease world suck? Well, I've been thinking about what charity I wanted to do, and I went through loads and loads of different charities, but I was thinking that most of the people who watch me are my age and don't really have the money to spare. Most people do like to feel like good people, but often, I mean, if you haven't got the money to spare, you don't want to be doing it. And one of the ones I was going to do was, you didn't have to give up your money necessarily. There was a risk of losing it, but it wasn't just like giving it to a charity, but it works better with large amounts of money. So I mean, I was thinking, what does everyone have that they can give away? The answer, of course, is blood donation. And I mean, in this country, I speak to a lot of people who, when I say I give blood, they're genuinely sort of like saying like, oh yeah, I want to do that, but I never really got round to it. And I think a lot of people don't know about sort of what the blood donation is, how to do it, and sort of what you have to be able to do it. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's actually just sort of about giving you better ideas of what blood donation is, what you have to be able to do it, and sort of what the process of how it occurs. So first things first, you have to be between 17 and 65. You can go on your 17th birthday if you want. You can sign up online before that, and I'll be going through the online sign up in a while. The entire sort of process, I mean, I've been once so far, and I'll be going again in a few weeks, is basically that you go in there, you hand in your form, you sit down for a while, they'll call you over, you get a prick on the end of your finger, they then test that blood. I think it's for sort of vitamin deficiencies. I know one of them at least is low iron, because if you've got low iron, you tend to be sort of more tired, and if they take more blood, then you could have even lower iron, and obviously that's going to be a problem. But then, once that's all cleared, you go across to like the special lay downy area. They check your blood pressure. I mean, really, one of the main benefits of it is that when you first go, at least you get sort of a full blood work done on you to make sure you're perfectly healthy. I mean, even every time you go, you get sort of like that iron test, and you get the blood pressure checked. So basically, it's like a small visit to your doctors just for going anyway. So you go there, and then you lay down, and they'll come over and talk to you about it, and they get to read this card of stuff you need to do while giving blood, and or they'll check you're feeling okay and everything. And then they'll stick a needle in your arm, and I mean, it's more of a dull ache. Like, to begin with, it's like a pain, like any needle, but then it just becomes a dull ache after a while, and you sit there sort of clenching your muscles, making sure you got the blood flowing around and all that, and you just sit there for a good sort of 5 minutes, maybe less, maybe more, depends how fast your heart beats, and that drains out. I mean, I will admit, first time I didn't really look. It wasn't sort of a keen idea. Oh, let's look at this needle in my arm, because that's obviously going to sort of freak some people out. But I mean, you do that, they'll come along when it's full, they'll pull it out, they'll put a sort of cotton wool thing on it, you've got to hold that down for a while. Then they come over, change the cotton wool, put a plaster over it. You go sit down, have a cup of tea, coffee, water, biscuit, sort of anything, just keep your blood sugar high, because I don't want you walking around obviously straight away. Sorry, I need to make sure this is actually in the sort of the thumbnail for the video, because it makes it look cooler and more professional and stuff, so yeah, sorry about that. And then you just go, and that's it, and then you get a nice little card saying, oh, I gave blood and I'm a good person, and you just get that good feeling knowing that you've done something good for society. I'm not saying that everyone should do it. If obviously you have a genuine fear of needles, you shouldn't do it, and then if you have sort of a genuine fear of blood, you shouldn't do it. But I think a lot of the time people just don't sort of feel like they have the time to do it. They don't feel like they have the time to sign up to it and then go to the actual things. But I mean, the actual process of it probably takes maybe an hour and a half tops when you're there. I mean, it depends sort of how it is. But I mean, most of the time, after you've gone a couple of times, it gets a lot shorter, and it's just literally the waiting time. I mean, signing up is an even easier process. It's literally, you can do an online form now, so it's not as if you have to send off this form all the time. And I'll just quickly run you through that. Basically, you just literally got some nice sort of details. I'm just going to quickly fill these in. And literally then it's just some email and telephone numbers, mobile. And I mean, really, that is literally it. And then that's it, you're done. And then you obviously just book up to book into an appointment, you find ones near you. It's literally that easy. It's something that, 4% of people in Britain give blood, and the other 96%, if they ever need blood, are relying on that 4% to give it. And I mean, it's not something hard to do. I'm not saying you definitely should do it. I'm not saying you should feel a bad person for not doing it, but I definitely know that after doing it, I feel like a good person. You get the blood work done on you, you get sort of that minor health check. Also, if you're having an accident and you're carrying around your blood donor card, it means that they know instantly what blood type you're to run a quick test. So I mean, there's a better chance of being saved there. And like I said, it's just sort of, if you're ever given blood, and in our lives chances are most people will be, then it means that you've given blood yourself. So it's not as if you're taking without receiving. It definitely gives you a nice good feeling inside after you've done it. So that was my Project for Awesome video. Sorry it was a bit long and boring and me not having many jump cuts because I just kept going on and on and on. But I mean, that's probably the charity I was going for most, because I mean, I give blood, a lot of my family gives blood. I know that when my family have been in hospital a few times, they have received blood, and obviously it's something that definitely benefits pretty much everyone, including yourself. And I know a lot of people my age, who are the people who watch me, don't really have the money to be able to give to charity, and it's nice to be able to give to something that's sort of closer at home. I'm not saying you definitely have to, because I can't force you to give blood, but I'm saying if you've ever thought about it, and you now know how easy the process is, you now know what happens when you're there. And I mean, even you can always go with a friend. You can literally sort of, if someone in your family gives blood, go with them next time and just ask, can I pop along, have a nice look, see what it is about, and then you can always donate blood next time. But honestly, if you ever thought about giving blood, then I hope this video has sort of convinced you more towards it. If you want to see any more information, go to blood.co.uk. It's the NHS Blood website. There's a whole list of FAQs, facts, and interesting stuff on there. So I guess that actually is the end. I've run out of things to say about blood and usefulness, and I'm sure I could have come up with loads more facts. But really, it's one of those things that if you thought about doing, then you just sort of need convincing. If you don't want to do it, then you don't want to do it. So I don't feel that quoting loads of facts to make you feel bad is really the best thing to do here. And on that note, I guess I'm off. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Goodbye. Two very important things I nearly forgot. In the down bar, there's a Project for Awesome website. If you want to go there, see other videos, help publicise certain videos, see how much money we've raised, definitely just get a better idea of the whole thing, definitely go check that out. Also, if you have O negative or B negative, it's actually very, very blood type, and obviously only certain people can have certain blood types put into them as well. I'm quite a common one. I can be given to anyone, or I can take anyone's blood, one of the two, but those ones can sort of only take their blood, and obviously that's a very important thing. So I mean, it's even more reason, because if you do have that rare blood group, people obviously like you are going to need you to give blood, because they'll have that rare blood group, and if you get in an accident, you'll want people to have done that as well. Okay, that's it, goodbye.